In this video, I'm going to show you a few ways in which you can use ChatGPT to learn German or any other foreign language. Now, if you have an A1 German exam coming up, you're in the right place because I'll show you a few ways in which you can use ChatGPT to practice your German. So let's get started. Now, when you are learning a new language, one of the hardest things to do is forming a new sentence because you probably don't know where to put the noun, where to put the verb, how is the sentence formed, and all of that. But the good news is that you can use ChatGPT and get a bit creative and use it to help you to guide that sentence formation experience. I'll show you a few ways in which you can do that. So what I've done is I've prepared a list of 3 prompts. They go in increasing order of difficulty, and you can use this to practice forming sentences, right? So the first prompt that I have is something that's going to help me just understand how sentences are formed. And because I might be new and I don't know probably how to form these sentences, so you can start small, right? So in this case, what you'll see is I'm asking ChatGPT to help me come up with a sentence, but by using simple words. So ChatGPT will give me a simple sentence with a fill in the blank, and I have to fill in the blank with one sort of word, 1 or 2 words. So let's try this and see what happens. It says, Lisa blank, jeden Morgen einen Kaffee. Now I have to think and see what can I write here. So Lisa, a name, jeden Morgen, every morning, Kaffee. Now what can come here, right? So if it's coffee, you probably drink your coffee, right? So what is the word for drink? Now again, I'm just going to try and see if this works or not. There's a mistake, but it's giving me what mistake that I made, and it's also telling me how can I improve my mistakes. So the correct answer was Lisa trinkt jeden Morgen einen Kaffee, right? So let's try maybe one more. Max und Anna dash im Park Fußball. So you probably play football. So let's see if this is correct. Again, these exercises are new, so every time you can't expect to do the same thing, and that's the beauty of it, right? Like you're constantly improvising and learning something on the spot. And the good news is that ChatGPT is helping you at every stage. So let's say if your answer is correct, it's going to give you an explanation. If it's wrong, it's going to give you a small grammar note of why that answer is not quite correct. So let's try like one last sentence. Ich dash heute Obst in market. So let's see if we can do this. So Obst is probably something you buy at a market if you don't know what that word means, and the word for buy is coffee, so it's correct, right? So again, forming a sentence for the first time, I don't have to do everything by myself. I can just start by simple words. So let's try one more prompt. Now this prompt is something that's going to help me with an exercise which is slightly more complex. So what I'm asking ChatGPT is to give me a verb and a subject. For example, essen and ish. And I have to form a sentence using these two, the subject and the verb. And then of course, if I make any mistakes, ChatGPT will correct my mistakes and help me with my sentence formation. So let's try and see what happens over here. So the first thing that it's giving me is lesen and ish. And as you can see, it's giving me the meaning of the word as well. In case you don't know, you can also use this. So ish, lesen. Okay, so let's see if this is correct. Again, the idea is to not do something overly difficult or complex, but start with something that's very, very simple. So all I said was that I'm reading a book. So sentence is correct. Let's maybe try one more. Spielen wir. Okay, so wir. Let's see if this is correct. Okay, it's absolutely correct. Essen and Z. Now let's see if we make mistakes, what happens. You can't eat coffee, right? Like you have to drink your coffee. But as you can see, ChatGPT is helping you. If you make any mistakes, it's going to tell you that, hey, you know what, you actually don't eat coffee, you drink coffee. It's giving you the corrected sentence. The verb choice "isn't" does not fit because coffee is something you drink, so the correct verb is drinking. So yeah, as you can see, you can just keep practicing this, and the more you practice, the more comfortable you're going to get in forming simple sentences. And let's try maybe one more exercise. Now this is probably the hardest of the lot. So in this case, what's happening is I'm doing a reverse translation challenge. So we started by forming a sentence with a simple word. Then we asked ChatGPT to give us a verb and a subject. We formed a sentence. Now in this case, ChatGPT will give me a sentence in English. And now I have to form a sentence in German. So as you can see, the difficulty level is gradually going up. But of course, the more you practice, the more comfortable you're going to get with this. So let's try and see if this works. I drink tea in the morning. So let's see if this is correct. And even if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter, because at every stage ChatGPT will come and help you with your mistakes. So the corrected sentence is "Ich trinke Tee am Morgen" and not "im Morgen." And you can just go through the explanation and see why that is correct or incorrect, right? Let's try maybe one more. We are going to the park today. So let's see if this is correct. Again, there are some mistakes here. So it's supposed to be "Wir gehen heute in den Park." And there is an explanation as well. You can just go through these explanations and gradually build up your understanding of sentence formation. Let's maybe try one last one. The children play soccer in the garden. Let's see if this is correct. Again, there are some mistakes. Okay, they're not. Okay, die Kinder spielen Fußball im Garten is absolutely correct. So again, as you can see, you can just keep practicing this endlessly, and the more practice you do, the more comfortable you will get with this. But the good news is that you're not alone. ChatGPT is your teacher, and if you learn how to get creative with it, you can just keep practicing endlessly and keep improving your German at your own pace. So there you have it, a few ways of using ChatGPT to learn German or any other foreign language. If you like these kind of videos, check out the other videos on my channel. Subscribe if you want to follow this content, and share this with someone who would like this video and who has an exam coming up. So I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.